Mayor Tom McNamara wants to raise money and awareness to fight hunger, announcing the return of a certain luncheon. The Hunger Luncheon will be October 29th at the Veterans Memorial Hall. The goal of the event is to raise $60,000 and will be given to 9 food pantries across the Rockford region. McNamara says the donations are needed due to the challenges of food insecurity and rising inflation. McNamara hopes the luncheon unites everyone and all funds go towards organizations that serve the community.
Humbled that we have residents in our community who see that there's other residents who are in need. And they're not just sitting back at home saying, hey, look at this issue. They're saying, hey, look at this issue. How can I be part of the solution? And can I bring that solution forward? And then can I help drive that solution so that it ultimately puts food on our residents' table?